Okay, hello there, folks. It's been a long time since I've played Overland, and they've been continuing to update the software, so I'm quite interested to check in, um, see how things are going with it, and just basically get myself up to speed on how the game is going to be killing me today. Okay, so before the stream, I did just quickly launch it, make sure it launched, and these purple boxes, I don't know whether that is in game or whether it's just this menu thing here. It is like a similar to Steam Early Access, but it's on a different platform. And you can see it's actually still under development. There's a welcome here to build 356, although it looks right now like I'm using 375, so they just haven't had. It's probably been bug fixes between 356 and 375, I guess. Anyway, this game it's like it's a turn-based game where you essentially have to make it from the east coast to the west coast, and it's about survival pretty much. And the game has all of these ingenious ways of killing you that it's quite a challenge. So I think that's partially why I like it so much. So anyway, it does give the option to continue previous games, which is quite strange. I'm not actually sure where this is going to take me. Okay. It actually took me to where I died the last time, so I guess that's a broken gameplay loop. But anyway, so now that's actually gone. So I just have the new game options, profiles, options, credits, etc. Now, the art style itself is just absolutely gorgeous. This is, it seems strange in this day and age where, the goal is like realistic visuals. But for me, this art style is just fantastic. Absolutely love it. Anyway, not sure what introduction does. That's actually new to me. You have these different kind of gameplay biomes. These are the ones that I've seen and been in so far. You have the East Coast, the woodlands, the grasslands, the mountains. So basically, if you go across the continental United States, you have the East Coast, which is kind of Boston, New York, maybe North and South Carolina. Then you have the woodlands, which is like sort of more kind of Virginia, Pennsylvania, places like that. Grasslands, you have the Midwest, places like Illinois, Iowa. Mountains, obviously, that's the Rockies. You have the uh, Colorado, places like that. So I'm not sure how many other biomes to the west of this are actually in the game right now. In the past, I've had it where I've got to the mountains or the grasslands, and basically that's been the end of the game that they've got actually developed at that point. So I'm not going to go through the introduction, or I probably should because this is new to me. This really was not in the game the last time I played it. So yeah, go west, steal a car, find some gas, make some friends. Okay, so this is my character right now. Just to explain a little bit of what you're seeing here, I essentially have to escape out of this side of the map. I have some fuel here. I have a vehicle here which has a medical kit on the back of it. I have an abandoned car here which cannot be driven. It's actually got no tires on it, and that will have something inside it. This dumpster will also have something inside it. This is a barrier that I could move to block things. This can be moved, it can be pushed out of the way. And this is another human. Um, sometimes, sometimes they want you to take them with you. Other times they want to kill you and steal your vehicle. So the gameplay really does vary a lot. Couple of new options to me on the screen is there's actually an options thing here. It is actually integrated with Twitch. It's showing a different amount of viewers to what I have on my screen right there. This is new to me. What's this? Oh, that's very cool. There's actually a photo mode now. Ah, I am so delighted that they've put this in here. I actually don't know if this would allow you to cheat though. It actually doesn't look like it. Okay, because the reason why you're running from the from coast to coast is because there's these monsters living under the ground that actually want to come out and kill you. And if you could see where they were from that camera angle, that maybe would have not been very fair. So he looks like he's friendly, which is good. I'm going to pick up this gas here. And that's the end of my turn. So there's various options. Each thing that you can pick up, you know, you can either I can take this medical kit, which will probably drop the fuel where it is. I can store the vehicle on the car, which will probably replace the medical kit. Or on my next turn, I will be able to fuel the car. Okay, so now I need to get this out of the way. Different characters have different things they can do. Certain ones can move more or less than other ones. Certain people can carry more items. So yeah, need to wait till the next turn again. So I'm gonna invite for him to come with me. So basically, what this means now is that I have two characters that I can control. So there you go, you can see me switching between them, and you can see he ran for office once and regretted it, won't talk about a coupon, and yeah, got a lot better at driving. Okay, so now that I've actually asked for him to come with me, I can now control him and get him to do different things. So he's going to search in there for me. And we found some more fuel, that's great. Get him to go back over here. Totally out of practice playing this game. Even more fuel, so that's very good. You do get different vehicles too. They have different fuel capacities, all that kind of stuff. You can see there is actually a little bit of fuel spillage in each of those areas, and you can see there was already some here and here. Fire is a major problem. You will often end up dying from that. There we go, this is the end of this section of the map. So between each zone that you actually play in, you'll get a map screen like this, where you can basically select what your strategy is going to be, kind of going into the next zone. Okay, so this is the East Coast map here. When I get to here, that'll send me through to the next zone, but I have to get there. It's going to take 4 gallons of fuel to get there. I have 7, as you can see at the bottom left here. Um, Now, the options that I have at this point are to use 1 gallon to go to this gas station, but as the person's telling me down there, it looks like it's a dangerous place to stop. I could go here, where there's probably a camp and other people that I can bring with me, maybe some equipment. But yeah, there's a possibility that they could be aggressive. And I already have 2 people, so basically when I get into a zone right now, I can send one person one way, one person the other way. I actually have options right now, so it may not actually be best to go to that location either. Um, Now, what could happen too is that if I stop here, then I may have enough fuel to get to whatever is here and here, or here and here, which I haven't unlocked yet. The other option, of course, is that I could go straight here and just basically try to get out of the East Coast and try to cover as much distance as I can, hoping that there's some fuel that I can pick up at this roadblock. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is your first look at the bad guys here. So it doesn't look like there's anything hidden. Um, Everything's out in the open, unfortunately. So it looks like this guy can maybe move a little bit further. Let's see. No, they can both move the same. So one of these guys has to be a decoy for the other guy that actually goes and does everything. So what those lines around my characters were is that I've obviously made noise. These things are attracted to noise. I'm hoping that he will be the bait. Okay, so that's that part of the road unblocked. Now this here is a brand new object to me. I don't know whether I can drive through it or not. So I'm going to have to go and investigate that. Yeah, so it looks like I actually did need to move it. Looks like this guy has split off from the rest of the pack who's going after this guy. And he's coming after this one. Okay, we've got some fuel. That's a 5-gallon pickup, which is great. Never seen the inspect thing before. Okay. The music in this is great too. It's good for tension building. Okay, so this is essentially a shield. This can be used to basically take a hit from these guys. I would rather keep hold of the fuel though, and he can only carry 1 item. Here you have a stick which can be used to attack these guys. Alright. Kinda backing myself into a corner a little bit, but I kinda need to bring them away from the car. And I may have screwed up. This guy's safe. This guy's not. I can't move him here or here because they'll be able to get him on the next turn. So I've kind of got to draw them a little bit further in. Oh, that's good. That's good. So these guys went after this guy. And now should be safe moving to here. Okay. I'm going to leave him out of the car. Oh, I don't have enough turns to actually fill up right now anyway. Okay, so this is this section finished. You can actually run these guys down, but it damages your vehicle. So we've finished the East Coast. So I skipped the dialogue there by just clicking. So it's nine gallons to get to the next roadblock, and I have 9 gallons in fuel. There are unknown items here. Here, this is a camp. There should be a vehicle here. If I get a bigger vehicle, then I can carry more people with me. This is another camp. A gas station. Unknown. I have to get closer to know for certain what that is. I'm going to go here and try and see if I can get a better vehicle. The only problem is that it's about to be nighttime. It's generally better to go somewhere safer. I think I'm going to go here. It's possible there could be some aggressive people there, but generally if there's more people there, it's more people to take on the aliens or the bad guys. I'm just going to wait here and see if anything moves towards me. Okay. Yeah, this just seems like a bad idea. Yeah, there was a monster there. There was no people there, which is, based on previous gameplay, it's a little bit unexpected. So I'm going to go here for this vehicle now, because it's the daytime, I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so it's the same kind of vehicle that I have, but it's shielded. Okay, I'm going to send one guy over here to check out what's in these cars. And then I have 4 gallons of fuel in this car that I could siphon out of it. I have this guy who can move long distance, this guy that can move a short distance that we've already experienced, and this guy I frankly can't remember. So pretty much we'll see what happens there. I'm going to siphon the fuel out. Got 1 gallon so far. I'm also going to drop that. And yeah, okay. So we picked up the medical kit from the car. I'm going to siphon a little bit more fuel out. Okay, that's all of my turns gone. And there's 1 gallon in that car. I'm actually going to leave a gallon in there because it gives me a way to escape if getting to this vehicle becomes impossible. Okay, we found another medical kit. What is that? What even is that? A toy. Maybe you can trade it for something. Okay, so the game did not have trading when I last played it, so that's an interesting thing to have come up. I think I'm safe there. Alright. Keep making them switch target. Okay, so this car now has 6 gallons in it. That car has 1 gallon, and I need to get him safety. What I'm going to do is use this vehicle as a noisemaker. So what I've done there is I've left that engine running, which I actually didn't need to do because I I'm out of here with this turn anyway, but it's an interesting tactic for future times when you need it, because they will attack that vehicle before they come after the player. So we've got a couple of medical kits. We're in a pretty good position. We have 6 gallons of fuel. The next roadblock is still 6 gallons away though. We could... So there's folk looking to trade out here. So yeah, if I'd have kept that toy, I could have figured out what's actually here. Okay. Well, we're gonna try 1 gallon of fuel to go get more fuel. I think I just messed up the UI a little bit. All right. Well, there's definitely fuel here. Damn it. I didn't want to... Can I undo? Yes, I can undo. Okay. I'm going to store the medical kit so that I can carry fuel. This guy can carry 2 things, which is why I'm going to keep his medical kit on him. Alright, how much was that? 2 gallons. Oh, ouch. I can't undo that one because it's a natural action. So he's going to take a hit from somewhere here. Damn it. Alright. He's the one that doesn't have a medical kit, of course. So we've spilled some fuel right next to this fire here. Oh dear. I think he'll be safe there, but he can not really move very well now. Yeah. So he's going to get killed on this turn. He can't get to him quick enough to heal him. I just have to basically accept that he's going to get killed here. I could go and see if I can resurrect him, but I have to draw this guy away. This would make me drop the medical kit, right? Damn it. Okay. I've just boxed myself into a corner. Damn it, Overland. And there we go. So, we, I don't know if you can actually see what it's saying. Okay. I don't think I actually have it hooked up so that I can turn the camera off. Let's see. Oh, I don't. So basically it says biome woodland stops 5, fuel 10, vehicles 2, survivors 2, uppers, which is dogs, 0, and abandons 0 because I abandoned nobody. I made it from here to here, which is 509 miles. I can also click on the individual people, and it says that he was aggressive. He would be able to shove things away from him, which isn't a quality that all of the characters have. He was in the starting party, that he's gone, he didn't make it, and that he had a backpack which gave him an extra inventory slot. This guy, same 3 first qualities, just didn't have the backpack. So that's attempt number 1. Skipped the introduction this time. Alright, so there's another human here, and they are armed. Okay. They may not be friendly, it's hard to know at this point. Got the shield. I haven't said anything yet. I'm gonna wait. See if they speak. Doesn't seem like they're going to. Okay. So it seems like they're a little bit standoffish, but friendly enough. Okay, so it's 3 gallons to the end of the East Coast. My car has 3 seats, so I could stop for this person, or I could stop for fuel. Go get them. So we're going to go rescue somebody. The primary reason you do that is because it allows you to send people in different directions, use them as decoys for the bad guys, all that good stuff. Okay. Each of these dumpsters will have something in it. You should be able to get out now. Okay, so now we have 2 shields, which is good. The medical kit. I think I'd rather have the medical kit right now. Where the hell is he going? Here's a board game that can be traded for something. Okay. Right. So we're in a decent position. This one's heavily shielded. We have a couple of medical kits. We're okay on fuel. I don't really want to go through a roadblock though at night time, so I kind of have to avoid doing anything right now. Even if I do nothing at this next zone, I'm still gonna burn a gallon of fuel going there, which will leave me with 1 gallon if I get past here. I'll go here, see if I can get any of the fuel. If I can't, I just need to escape. Alright. Oh, I don't see anything in the shadows over there. Looks like there's a barrier there. That may even be the building. I'm gonna try to get this. And you can be a decoy. Oh, there's a generator there making noise for me. Okay, so at least I have replaced the gallon that I burned getting here. Really want to draw that guy away from the front of the car, because like I said, although you can drive through them, it does damage the vehicle. There we go. Okay, so he can't get in under his own power, or she can't get in under her own power because she's used her turns, but the person who sat in the vehicle can pull them in. And this guy, I'm just gonna take a roundabout route trying to draw them round with me. That was a pretty successful night raid. Normally I try to avoid those. So we have an abandoned vehicle. 4 gallons. It's 1 gallon to the end, so that'll leave me with 3. Do it. This is fine. That fuel can's about to explode. So he's actually in a square that's on fire right now. Wow. This is going to be a tough one. I really don't know what to do here. I can't say I've had a lot of luck getting out of situations like this in this game before. Okay, so that gas can that was there exploded. I can... Do I push it or pull it though? It's kind of hard to know. I feel like fire is going to spread into that square that as soon as I move there. I'm going to try it. Maybe I can move them here next to it and then pull that out of the way. That's all I can think of. Ah, damn it. Okay, so what happened there is that barrier that I was moving in to get out of the way set fire to itself. One of the aliens or creatures burned alive, and two more of them started to emerge from the ground right there. This may be one where I actually have to walk. I'm going to keep him in the car. And these two, I'm going to see if I can get them to the exit point. So I do have the option to escape. And now I'm just going to move there. It'd be really nice if that fire died out and then I can drive. Yes, okay. So that fire built up and then died down in a way that worked out almost perfect for me. Okay, so we're now in the woodlands. We have 4 gallons of fuel. There's folks looking to trade, but I just got rid of the item that I would be able to trade with. Somebody there, but I only have 3 seats, I think. I'm going to try going up here and just see what's there. Oh, that's going to use all my fuel though, so I can't. Let's just try to fill up the tank. I don't see any bad guys here, which is really nice. Damn it. I keep forgetting to store stuff. I don't think I can store this though, can I? Yeah. So I'll just drop it. Nice. This is a really suspicious zone. Like, why is it so quiet? God's sake, didn't mean to do that. Oops. There we go. Oh, cool. So we have a full fuel tank now. Alrighty then. Couldn't bring that fuel with me, I guess. That's 2 of 5. I combine, yes, okay. That's 4 of 5 now. I'm actually going to store that on the car. Okay, 10 gallons and it's 7 gallons to get there. I'm also carrying extra fuel, so I'm going for it. This should get us all the way to the grasslands. This game has a few kind of cool features, one of which is that it pulls usernames of viewers out of Twitch chat. So that's one thing that's kind of cool. And then another fairly cool thing is that the town names and the area names that you see up at the top right are actually real. It kind of gauges whereabouts you are in the United States and basically finds the nearest town for those coordinates based on the distance that you've gone and at the randomly generated map. So, pretty cool. I'm actually... So both of those need to be dragged out of the way. Both of those cans. Right. So you're going to be a decoy. And you're going to head around there to those cans. Okay, so I did not know that there was anything that could be picked up from the trash cans. That is new to me. And that might allow me to see in the dark. What does equip mean? Okay. Don't know what it means. Alright. So... looks like this guy's keeping these ones busy. They're both dangerous spots. Sounds like there's some more bad guys on the way. I'm backing myself into a corner again here. I mean, if they leave me a hole to escape, then it should be okay. Damn it, those guys didn't close in like I wanted them to. Get him to make a run for it. I don't think they can block all three directions. There. Yeah, okay. Probably gonna take a hit, I think. Yeah. Let's just go there. No, actually, let's go next to the car, because then we can jump in on the next turn. Oh, I don't have enough turns to heal now. Okay then. that's one medical kit used. How is that? A knife, okay. Oof. Okay. I think I'm pretty lucky there to have got out with all my people. Alright, so I think the next stop will be nighttime. So as usual, that's something to avoid. What is this? Shortcuts? Never seen that there before, or I've never noticed it before. We have 8 gallons, we don't have enough fuel to get out. I think there'll be people here, so it may be safe to go there. Unless the people want to murder me. But I do have a knife now. So, yeah. Okay, there's a dog. And a couple of people. That looks like a gun. Oh no, it's not. It's a backpack. That is a fuel tank, not a fuel can. So that might be interesting. So we have... He has a really big axe. Like, he has a knife. I'm gonna go get this stick. Okay, so it's saying steal, and I think it's highlighting them in orange to show who it belongs to. man, it's hard to know here. Um, I want to get him with a weapon at least. They're saying all the right things, but I just don't know. This could really, really backfire. Okay. And it's very, very, very possible that the dog will attack. So I'm just going to end the turn. Right, okay. Yeah. This is pretty bad. Oh dear, the decisions this game makes you make. Yes, we're killing people now. That's exactly what we're doing. Alright. Oh dear. I'm going to take the backpack. No, I'm going to take the backpack. Equip the backpack. Because then I can carry this and this. Have two different weapons. I feel bad for killing them, but I really don't feel bad for killing them because it's about survival and win the game if you survive, not if the other people survive. Okay, so I'm going to attach these lights. Not sure what that does, but that's all he can do, I think, because he's injured. Okay. Another knife there, isn't there? Be nice if I could get weapons for all three of them, really. I'm going to attach this extra fuel tank now as well. The capacity of the car now 15, so that's gone up by 5. That's nice. Get this knife. Alright. Okay. That was a weird audio thing there. Alright. That was brutal. Okay. So we have 3 gallons. There's a car there. Let's go for the car. It's like Price is Right. I'm gonna go for the car. Okay, it's a truck. And it probably doesn't have as much fuel capacity as this vehicle now has, though, does it? So I'm probably just going to siphon the fuel. You are going to be a decoy, that's all, because you're injured. What do we got? 1 gallon. Not worth it. What is this? Toolbox, okay. Oops. Oh, there we go. I'd rather have a knife. What are you doing? There we go. 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 Controls are a little bit wonky sometimes with the... Like, I find it harder to select the characters now than I did when I first started playing the early versions of the game like a year ago. But I'm sure they'll figure it out by the time it's actually released properly. So we have 1 gallon of fuel, and we're going to use that 1 gallon of fuel to go get fuel. Kind of living life on the edge right now. these are all pretty slow moving. It's really quite annoying having him injured. Pretty limiting. Could do with a bigger vehicle. That's going to explode, I think. I think that's similar to these ones. These ones explode too, but something triggers them. I can't remember how they're triggered, but they explode. And that one moves and explodes. So I can't run it down, I would think. Hey, water. I don't have that command, sorry. I think I used to have one that was similar, but I actually don't have that working. You should be able, though, if you click on your own username in the chat, you should be able to see when you followed. There we go. You've cleared a path for me. So 4 gallons. Seems worth it. Well, hopefully it's not going to be night time. Okay, good. Sunset. Yeah, it's I even actually went into the client and banned those accounts, but for some reason they still show in the chat. So I'm not sure there's anything I can truly do to stop them showing up. I don't know whether that will allow me to drive through or not. I'll have to find out. Oh, really? Okay. That's good to know. I'll have to investigate that. So I think this is the mountains now. This is the zone that basically has always seemed slightly impossible to get through. Go lay down. Okay, so one of my dogs has a bone, and the other one, who is more dominant, has now just taken it away. So now the first dog is now whining at me to intervene. Because what I've done as an adult is I've had children, and then when they were old enough to go to school, I decided to get children with 4 legs to replace them. Because smart like that. Alright. I really do need the bigger vehicle, for sure. And I've damaged that one ramming through. But that's going to be a nighttime raid, isn't it? I'm going to go where the humans are again. I promise I'll try not to kill everybody this time. Alright, what do we got? Oh, there's some nice stuff on there. The fire extinguisher. Oh, there's a van. Okay. I don't know what to do here. He's gonna get killed regardless. There's just no... Oh, there's 4 of them. Okay. That kind of changes things. And it kind of looks like that guy has a gun too. No, he doesn't. Okay. You go lay down. That one has a gun. A knife. A knife. A gun. Oh, that's mine with a knife. Okay. So I would have to strike first if I'm gonna. I don't know why I can't stop myself doing it, but it's like... They're really not in my favor, are they? Oh. So, attacking this person, I damaged the knife. I've definitely screwed up here. Alrighty then. I could have just stolen stuff from there and then ran away. Yes, I totally could have done. Where is that gun? He says stupidly. Right there. I'm injured. I can hardly move. Those two are both armed. That one has a rock that they can throw at me. So I don't think I can make it to that gun. God, that was stupid. But it felt so right. Oh, for God's sake. So I didn't have enough turn capacity there to actually drive away. I just had enough turn capacity to start the engine. So now the car is going to explode. And I don't even have the turn capacity to take with me the kit to fix a car, I think. Oh, unless I actually just did. Yes, I did. Okay. And that was a completely avoidable situation. But yes, that's Overland in a nutshell, where you have to make these choices. Anyway, if you can't see for the cam, which I don't have hooked up to turn off easily, sorry about that. It says biome mountains, stops 11, fuel 28, vehicles 0, because I was still in the starting vehicle, survivors 3, which obviously when you die it ends up being 0, puppers 0, because you can take dogs with you, which I didn't do, and abandons 0, so everybody died in that last section. So here, all of the characters that I took with me came from the first couple of sections. So there's a cool one behind here, which is Murderer, Traveler if you've rode 1,000 miles, Backpack, yeah, that's the dog that I killed. Yeah, you can see like each one has kind of different skills, but yeah, I screwed up. You can skip to the biomes, so if I wanted to, I could now start in the mountains and kind of go from there. But yeah, I feel like that's not something I want to do right now. The person in there looks like they're trapped. Yes, every game is randomly generated, so it's completely different every time. And there's been times when I've like felt like I've sailed through for a while, and then all of a sudden it just hits you so hard. And it's not that it's designed that way, it was just randomly that way. And I kind of randomly chose the nicer areas to go to. So yeah, it is quite funny. Stay Hydrated bot is another bot as well. What's this one called? Oh, we'll find out that one's name in a second. So... you need to be careful. There's a bottle. There we go. So I just saved that person there. Tracy. There is nobody in my chat called Tracy. So there's a bad guy coming out of the ground right there. Oh, there is someone in chat called Tracy? Okay. I don't see them on my list. Alright. Okay. Sound effects. With the car alarm in the background. Okay. No, I think I'd rather have the medical kit than the gallon of fuel. That worked. Yeah, me too. It's definitely my favorite art style for games. Another medical kit. Oh. Well, that's a bug, surely. There we go. Okay. Whew. It's not yet. No, they have it released on. It's kind of like another Steam, but it's one that a lot of indie developers use to kind of pre-release their software to people that want to kind of support them. I think if you go to itch.io, which is itch.io, I think that's the address. And itch is like a you can download the program that's like Steam, or you can download like an offline installer as well. The offline installer, you have to uninstall and reinstall each time they put out an update, and I think you probably miss updates too. So each time they update the game, if you use the itch.io installer, you can get the the steps of the update. I think if you download the offline installers, you kind of have to wait for them to make an installer and then to make an installer. So yeah. Okay, this is going to be a nighttime raid, and it's going to put me out of fuel. See, I don't feel like I've done an awful lot worse with this playthrough, but I think I'm already screwed. So it's not even a person that's here, it's a dog. An injured dog. I'm just going to let my dog out. He's about to whine at me. Alright, there we go. One of them's a husky, so he just comes and stares at me first. The dog just attacked someone. Is that night vision? No? Okay. Ah. They've put so much into this since I last played. I can't drive though, right? Because I can't start the engine. Damn it. Okay. Okay, so this is something that the game actually has in it, which, yeah. It's something that I didn't even find out was possible for a really long time, because I basically assumed that you needed a vehicle. But yeah, you can walk out without your vehicle, but then you end up in this really crappy situation here. So that smoke that's there is probably a damaged vehicle. There's some fuel here, but you're basically in an almost unwinnable situation. And just kind of got to try to do what you can to get out with a vehicle. Okay. That generator just went out, which put out the lights. Okay, we've got the vehicle. There's no fuel in it. So... damn it. We are definitely in a difficult situation right here. That fuel is going to spread. That fire is going to spread. Alright. I'm gonna get in and maybe see if I can let the vehicle take this attack. Okay, so they're going... Did they just kill each other? They did just kill each other. That's the first time I've seen that. These ones are so aggressive. Wow. So dead. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that was a really good example of what I was saying about it being kind of randomly generated. Like, how massively different was that game to the one before it? And obviously, I ended up abandoning people. Yeah, okay, so that dog that I didn't pick up, he ended up being loyal, but then obviously I abandoned him because I didn't take him with me. If this playthrough goes for a little while, then it'll probably be my last one. Yeah. Dogs generally have like a longer move range. What is that, a plant? Dogs can't drive though, which in the early days there was kind of an kind of a funny bug where the dogs were able to drive. She has her plant and her dog. One thing that's actually pretty cool is that if I had another human with me and I left them behind here, so I basically abandoned them in some way that the game considers it to have been like a bad act to have left them behind, then I could be playing the game today, and then someone can come to avenge me that I abandoned 3 or 4 games ago. Could just drive into the same zone as me and then try to kill me or steal my car or whatever. So it's got some really really cool features like that. Oh, thanks. So this roadblock is actually pretty annoying because it means that I have to actually drive this car out of the way. Um, yeah. Hmm. So as you can see, I'm pretty much using the dog to transport stuff to the human, which it's nice because they have a longer range. Um, but generally it's better to have another human that can do all of the actions. Damn, I didn't notice that this one was coming this way. Okay. Car only has 3 gallons though. Wow, they've actually made them aggressive with each other. They never used to do that. dog might be able to walk out of the end of the zone by themselves and kind of carry on your game. But they can't drive out. Okay. So we need to repair this vehicle at some point. So the game, I think it was only $20, which I think is fairly reasonable for a game like this. And they did say that if you buy it on the itch platform, they will give you a Steam key later on when it's on Steam. Not sure if that's still the case, but that's the condition that I bought it under. This is going to be nighttime. It seems like a dodgy choice no matter where I go, really. Alright, I see someone here injured. Yeah. Okay. Is that a generator? Yeah. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's the generator blown. Well, that fire provides a little bit more light. Okay. Oh dear. I don't think he's even going to make it to the car. They're quite a receptive developer too. If you, I don't know if you use Discord, but they have like pretty open discussions, you know, and have taken ideas that I've given them, as well as, you know, everybody else who was in there, but it seemed quite nice. Okay, we just have 2 gallons. Alright. Let's see if we can get fueled up. Okay, so you should take that and heal yourself. Okay. I wonder if I can search in there. I've never seen one of those before. Perfect. No, it doesn't seem like they're searchable. And all of a sudden we're in a good position again. Okay. These guys are so aggressive. Like, unexpectedly so. I'm going to block myself, aren't I? Because I can't push it. I need to be here or here and pull it to the side. So Yeah. Okay. No, you can leave people behind, but like I said earlier, they can sometimes come back to get their revenge when you do. Um, so if I just drove out of here now with that person who's in the car, um, it may not even be this game either. The game seems to remember who I've abandoned as a person, and like 3, 4 games later, they'll come driving in, like into the back of the screen and go, "Remember me?" and then kill you, steal your car, siphon your fuel. Um, so yeah, it definitely finds a lot of ways to kill you, um, which is why it's such a good game. Oh dear. All right then. I honestly thought I would be able to walk through there, but I can't. This is funny. This is the first time I've had the hydrated bot uh, in my chat, and I only saw it for the first time yesterday watching someone else's. Okay, so those hits were taken by that shield, by that wooden uh, kind of pallet that I had. I have to be careful here because I could really easily cut myself off. I can't move there or there because they're going to get me. Yeah, this isn't really how I would normally do it, but I'm going to use the car as a noisemaker. Try to draw these guys over. Okay, so I got that one to move away from where they probably would have done otherwise. Uh-oh. Didn't see that one. Yeah. Kind of screwed. I think I'm going to have to sacrifice the dog. Because I need that square for the human that isn't injured that would be able to get away. Like I said, these are Overland choices. Yeah, sucks, right? Really does. It's brutal choices this game makes you make. I really do love this art style. Okay, so we only have 2 gallons, and we're going to use them all with the one choice we have. Okay. So if this truck has no fuel, we're going to have to do a walkout anyway. It has 2 gallons. Okay. So we now have a nighttime fuel run, which is like nightmare scenario. Okay. See, you could leave the engine running so that you have the lights from the car. The problem with that is that the monsters will attack the truck and destroy it. Wow, they're right on me. Okay, so drop that. Oh damn, there's another one right there. Oh, they are all over the place. Wow. Nighttime raids are just awful. That was really close. And you could kind of, like, you could hear them, like, stacking up behind each other, moving in closer and closer. So these kind of work like landmines. Basically, if that one blows up because of these guys blowing them up, then that one and that one blows up. Like like Minesweeper, like the Microsoft game, pretty much. Like, and you can move them, or you can blow them up, or whatever. You can make them more explosive too by adding gasoline to them. There you go. But what I like about this is that it encourages the type of gameplay that you see in something like The Walking Dead, where, you know, like, you go to a camp that has other humans in it, and basically they have something that you need. So you have to make the choice, you know, do we try to give them something which we might need later, you know, or do we kill them all, or, you know, and then here it's like, you know, it's I'm basically just wanting to get out of here as quick as I can. I'm taking the little bit of fuel that I can get. I'm not even bothering about that, and it's all about survival, moving on to the next slightly safer area. And it does a really good job of kind of forcing you into that kind of gameplay. Clinic, don't need that. All right. Oh. I knew I should have moved and I didn't. Oh. Because I'm injured, I don't have enough move points to get in the car. So that person's dead. Because of one screw up. Nice. Okay. Still injured though. Well, definitely didn't think I was going to get out of there with two people. Definitely need medical supplies. What do I have to trade? I don't think I really have anything. And is this sunset, which means my next stop is going to be nighttime? Hmm. I kind of have to go here because it's going to be the safest place. I just have to get it into my head to not kill everybody. Oh, there is? Okay. That's interesting. I don't see it on my end, like there's no delay or anything. Can you try to reload the page and see if it still does it afterwards? Um, and then I'll know if it's something that is on my end or not. Yeah, these guys aren't messing around, are they? No, I want that. There we go. So I'm pretty sure I'm never going to learn my lesson with this game. Pretty sure. I've only had that a couple of times myself. I'm like never going to learn my lesson, am I? As he hobbles towards their vehicle to steal it while three armed people and a dog chase after them. Hopefully the car explodes and kills at least one of them. Oh no, it didn't explode. Damn it. I don't even have a weapon here. Okay, I definitely can't revive them anymore. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So, Overland has beaten me again. Um, that's actually as long as I can stream today. But it's so weird how many names are in the chat list, and yeah, I think like 3/4 of them are bots that I've never even seen before. But anyway, here if you can't see with the cam, it says grasslands, stops 10, fuel 31, vehicles 2, survivors 2, puppers 1, and abandons 1. So who is it that I abandoned? Okay, so I left this dog behind, and in the future, when I play this game in the future, this dog will be somewhere waiting for me, which quite interesting. So yeah. Anyway, just to wrap up, Overland is still kind of what they call first access. You can see it down here on the right hand side. It's build 375 down there, even though it says 356 here. You can buy it on itch.io, which is like a game distribution software similar to Steam but not Steam, because you can download like an offline installer as well. It's probably more similar to GOG Galaxy than Steam. Um, but yeah, it's still in development. It's been in development a while. They did a complete rewrite last year, and yeah, I think it's obviously going very well. It's actually one of my favorite games, even though it's not even finished yet. And they've added a lot of stuff to it since I last played it, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so if you haven't hit follow yet and you want to, please do. If not, feel free to look back over the previous videos on my Twitch channel, YouTube, and anywhere else. Thanks. Bye bye.